Mr. Chair, what SAC proposition is doing here today is that they are putting an expiration date on marriage. What they're doing here is that when they go get a marriage, the officer will say that here's your marriage license. Come back another 5 years if you still love each other. So let's see if the marriage is going to continue. Bye-bye. That is not what we want in today's debate. What we want is that we want the couple who want to make the marriage work. What they're doing here is that they want to give an easier route for the marriage to end. And we think that if they are concerned about the problem of abusive partner, it is the status quo is already sufficient enough to take care of the problem. I'll tell you how in my argumentation. But before I move on to my substantive point, let me state a few main rebuttals. On the first rebuttal, on the model. The model is that they want to renew the marriage license every 5 years, and it can be done privately. We said you can control all good marriage out there. You can control all good partners out there to question their love to each other just because of these few bad couples. And also we think that if they're saying that what the divorce mechanism in the status quo is not working, is that because one abusive partner can force another partner not to sign the contract, not to file the divorce. But what we see here is that if they can be done privately, why can the partner who are abused in the status quo go report to the police privately as well? Because we see that it is already out there. The police are already concerned about the abusive partners. So we see that it is unnecessary and it will lead to more problems. I'll tell you more how more later. On the practical level, we think that there's a flaw in their mechanism because they're not telling us when the marriage ends. Unlike divorce, we are dividing the belongings, and the belongings, the advantage will go to the partner who are abused. But in their mechanism, they're not doing anything. Oh, so maybe if you don't sign the marriage, you're going to go away with no belonging at all. And the one who abused gets all the belonging. We see that that is not what should be happening in today's debate. So we see even if the case works, we still think that it is not efficient because they have to wait 5 years and have to tolerate with the abusive partner, and that they have to and it is already working in the status quo that the police can take care of the problem of abusive partners, and this can also be done privately as well. Now moving on to my second rebuttal. On that, they said that divorce will take a longer time because these couples, you have to negotiate with each other. We said this is what we want. We want these married couples to negotiate with each other because we want to make these marriage work. The sacred vow, when they say that till death do us part, we want that to really be real. We want that. No, thank you. We want that to really happen. So what we're doing here in the status quo, the status quo is already working because we allow them to talk to each other, we make them, we support, encourage them to make the marriage better because it is not like the driving license. This is one is permanent. This is what they have to take care of each other. Now on to my third rebuttal. They said that it is going to be an easier avenue for the partner who are abused to file complaints and to end the relationship. We said the benefit is not mutually exclusive from outside. Divorce in the status quo is already working and is already giving the same benefit as they want. What they added into this is that this can be done privately. We also think that when they go to the police, this can also be done privately as well. And if they are going to say that in our case it cannot be done privately, we don't think that these wives who are abused are going to be able to go to the police and tell them that I want to end this marriage, and so that can be done privately. We see that it is also working in our mechanism as well. So we don't want these partners to have an easier route. We want them to try to make it work. We want them to reconsider again and again. And I'll tell you later in my substantive why this is so. And moving on to our model, we think that if they're saying that what is happening in the status quo is not good enough, we say that this is already a vital problem as well. We are going to subsidize the family court, the court where they file divorce. We want this process to be faster as well. And we think that by using the mechanism of filing divorce, it is better than having the marriage license be renewed periodically. Yes, we will move on.
Paint us a logical thing on how making divorce easy will make couples who divorce again. Divorce affects people emotionally and physically. Therefore, normal couples will seek for more divorce if divorce is easier, but we need to provide avenue for those who believe in it.
I promise you I'll reply to that in my substantive, but before that, I'll tell you that we think that we don't want to put the expiration date on love because we see that it is a very fragile problem. We don't want them to question their love if they still love each other or not. Now, moving on to my argumentation about why the status quo is already working and we don't want these couples to question their love. The principle behind this argumentation is that love is something that's permanent, but however, it's fragile and vulnerable, something between two people. If anyone intervenes, they'll question their own relationship if they still love each other or not, and that is not what the government wants to do. Now, on to my first level of analysis. Why is the status quo already doing its job? You see that when the couples marry each other, they have to say the sacred vow to death do us part. They have to try to make it work. They have to try their best. They have to think of their children, that their children is there too. And these children will be harmed mentally if their parents are still having problems with each other and have the easy route to end the relationship. Now, these couples, if they really have the problem of abusive partners, they can file divorce if that is really necessary. And there's a family court and counsel, which these counsel will assist the couples if the reason that they're going to end the relationship is legitimate or not, and they'll help consider and solve the problem. What we want to do is the problem to be solved, not to get away from the problem like what they're doing. Now next, we see that abusive behavior is against the law in a way. The police is going to take care of that, and that can also be done privately as they want them to be. So if these couples can go out to the court and tell them that they want to end the relationship privately, why can't they go to the police and tell them that they want the police to take care of their abusive husband? Now on to my and we think that it is not only that it is not mutually exclusive, but it will make the marriage work because it leads to couple continuing their love. Expiration date in the love. Every time they have fight, they're going to think that if this relationship working at all, should we end it? And we don't want that to happen because marriage is something that people have to make work. Not really we're going to make an easy route for married couple to get away. And thirdly, the government should not intervene because the government has a job to assist. And also we think that they have to make it to a simple slope without being